ghost. Yes, the future is no ghost. It is the destination our current choices are moving toward. Our finances, marriage, children, health are latches where we are writing our story today. When the sum total of these actions appears at our door 10 years from now, will it be a guest you are proud to host, or one you regret inviting? TheLadyKeziah is my name. I address the difficult yet necessary conversations we know we are supposed to have with our own selves and with the people around us, the people we love. The future is not going to be a stranger who just show up one day and who is this and what is that? No. Every decision, every choice, every action we're taking and making today would be the sum total of what will be presented to us tomorrow, our future. Yeah. Why the future is a calculated arrival. There is a common misconception that the future is a mystical fog, a spectral ghost that drifts towards us, detected by luck, fate, or the whims of the universe. We often speak of tomorrow as something that happens to us. Oh, life happened. How did life happen? Treating it with a mixture of hope and anxiety, as if it were a stranger we are yet to meet. However, a more sober reality suggests that the future is not a phantom. No, the future is not a phantom. It is a destination. TheLadyKeziah is my name. Just like I told you earlier on, if I did anyway, I address the difficult yet necessary conversations. So don't go. Watch to the very end, because I know these might be reminders of things you already know. But many a time we need these consistent reminders to be the wake-up call we need to arise and do the needful. Yeah, the future is not a phantom. It is a destination. It is the architectural result of every blueprint we draw and every brick we lay in the present today. If our life is a story, then our daily choices in finance, love life, marriage, children, and health are the ink in the ledger. When the sum total of these actions finally arrives at our door 10 years from now, it will not be a stranger, but a reflection. Let's consider the following quickly. Number 1, the ledger of the everyday. In order for us to understand the future, we must first view the present as an accountant of sorts. You don't need to have an accountant background. I don't too. Okay? Every decision, no matter how small, is an entry in a ledger. Do you understand that? Great. In the realm of finances, the ledger is literal. A decade of compound interest looks very different from a decade of compounded debt. You understand that? Great. The former is a guest that brings freedom and security, while the latter is a ghost that haunts one's peace of mind. In the more intimate spheres of marriage and children, or in your situation might be your love life, I've always said it, it's either a love life or marriage or even children. You know your situation. Some people too, it is the three all put together, your family. Okay? So in the more intimate spheres of marriage and children, your love life, we do not wake up one day to a good marriage or a well-adjusted children or even a wholesome children. These do not happen by accident. We don't wake up to any of these. These are the result of thousands of small deposits of time, patience, and presence. To ignore a spouse or a child today is to ensure that 10 years from now, the person standing in your living room will be a stranger rather than a confidant. The future of a family is built in the quiet, mundane moment of the now. So when you neglect your spouse today, when you neglect your children, you don't have money, you don't have time to. So what is your spouse supposed to have? When you neglect your children today and they struggle to grow up, you'll be knocking at their door in 10 years' time. They can give you money gift, but you can't have a meaningful relationship with them. Some of the spouses, your spouses, and you know, they are just with you because they can't take care of the children all by themselves. Immediately the children flee the nest, you know that 1 + 1 can't be 1. And you know it. Why are you not doing the needful? Let me shock you. I didn't want this video to be long, but let me shock you. There are children today who can look at their mother's faces and tell them, leave this marriage. Our daddy has money. Let him take care of us. You know we are for you. Because they see all the pain this woman endures. All the dysfunctionality they see. The children in this age, the things you even hide from them, they see it. What you don't tell them, they hear. They can understand everything. Even when you want to cover up for your spouse, they know. So children are telling their mothers to walk out of the marriage because they will die. In case you don't know, let me shock you again. There are children today who are comfortable with their father's girlfriend than they are with their own biological mothers. Don't take things for granted in this era and think you can treat your spouse anywhere, anyhow, and to wake up in the next 10 years to say, I am the spouse. No. No. Number 2, the body as a witness. Your body, my body, as a witness. Perhaps the most unforgiving ledger is that of our health. Yeah. The human body is a meticulous record keeper. Should I repeat? No, you heard me, so I wouldn't. Your body, my body, is a meticulous record keeper. It tracks every sleep lost, every nutritious meal chosen, and every sedentary day passed. We often treat our health as if it is a permanent gift. Yet, it is actually a depleting asset that requires constant reinvestment. In 10 years, our physical vitality will be the direct sum of today's discipline. Yes, I know this hits harder, but I've told you already, address the difficult yet necessary conversations. When that version of our health appears at our door, it would be either a guest that allows us to enjoy our success or one that keeps us confined to a bed, unable to taste the fruits of our labor. I'm sorry to say this, but that is the truth. After you've struggled to work so hard, using your your health, sacrificing your health for wealth, and your health comes to tell you that I took account, what will you do? in all your getting, please don't neglect your health. Number 3, the sum total. Pride versus regret. The most striking aspect of this perspective is the inevitability of the sum total. Life has a way of settling its accounts. We cannot sow seeds of neglect and expect to harvest a crop of prosperity. Regret is simply the name we give to the realization that we invited a guest we are not prepared to host. It is the bitter arrival of a future we could have changed but chose not to. Today, when you have the opportunity, the privilege to make a lot of changes in your life, and you don't, in the next 10 years' time, it would come knocking at your door. A future you could have changed, but you chose not to. Conversely, pride, in its best sense, is the quiet satisfaction of recognizing a familiar friend. Why is that familiar? When a healthy body, a stable bank account, and a loving family arrive at our doors 10 years from now, they are guests we have been preparing for. Yes, we'll be able to recognize them because we saw them in our everyday sacrifice. The everyday sacrifices we made and every disciplined choice we took a decade prior. In conclusion, I don't want this to be so long. The future is not a goose to be feared. It is a harvest to be anticipated. By viewing our current choices as the destination we are actively moving toward, we shift from being passive observers of our lives to being the intentional artists of our destiny. Yeah, the ledger is open, my dear one, and the pen is still in our hands. As we write today's entries in our finances, our relationships, and our well-being, we must ask ourselves, who is the guest we are inviting to our door 10 years from now? The answer is being decided at this very moment. So yes, the future is not a stranger that one day hunts us like a ghost. It is the inevitable sum of the choices we make today. Therefore, consider the investment you are making right now in your finances, your marriage, your children, your health, and your friendships. You know the areas you want to work on this year. A decade from today, when the total is finally calculated, will the results be the source or a source of pride or a cause of regrets? The future doesn't arrive like a phantom from the shadows. It is carefully constructed by the decisions we reach today. Yeah, every action we take in our relationships, our health, our wealth is a seed planted. In 10 years' time, when that harvest arrives at our door, will you welcome it with pride or meet it with the weight of regrets? Finally, the future is no ghost, just like I said. The future isn't a mysterious ghost that just happens to us and we are scared. It is the result of what we choose and do today. Therefore, ask yourself, what kind of work am I putting into my finances, my family, my health, and my friendships? 10 years from now, when that bill comes due, will you be proud of the life you've built, or will you regret the corners you cut. The Lady Keziah is my name. I'm a licensed psychosocial counselor and a transformative mindset coach. If you want to work with somebody, if you want a safe space, if you want someone to talk to, visit my profile, my channel, or my page. My link is there, and book a session with me. We can become more, do more, and give more. In the comment section, let me hear what resonates with you. Much love and blessings.